Construction has been a feature of Northwestern's history since the first building, since Old College went up here in 1855. When dealing with old buildings, what's interesting now is that there is a very strong effort to respect the original architecture, to respect the plans and the design of old buildings.
The first phase was what's called a programming phase, which is we're basically trying to pull out of the users, out of the university, out of all the kind of the stakeholders in the building, what exactly they need to have in the building, what they'd like to have. And the other complication is, since there's so much within the existing building that you're trying to save, how you can save the portions of the building that are historically significant and fit everything in within the existing envelope.
There's some really beautiful wood around the doors, all of the doors. There's a beautiful profile. This is horrendously expensive today. So we're saving all that, we're pulling all that off, and we're going to put it all back in the basement. So that gives the basement a real, sort of a feel of what the upper floors used to look like. It's going to have stone floors and lots of wood trim and, up-to-date classrooms. I think it's going to be very nice.
The volume of the room is, we're trying to preserve as much as we can, but there the pressure is a little greater to make some upgrades, some pretty fundamental upgrades. Again, because the technology is different. So we've got a projection screen going in there, we've got speakers to go in there, and we've got a lighting system that's a little bit more sophisticated. So the ceiling itself will be different than it is now, but the walls and the general organization of the space will be pretty much the same. The basic idea is that the room is not going to be touched because it was lovingly brought back to life a number of years ago. We're trying to not undo any of that.
There'll be a terrace that room 108 will open to, which is a nice feature for 108, that you could break out actually and have space outdoors.
This is a floor they just finished yesterday with the abatement. So they're now preparing to demolish basically everything except for the columns on the floor and the rise that you see at the far end over there. We can go up to the third floor next and you'll see what it's like when it's completely wide open. This is what was the third floor, as you may have known it. Classrooms down this side, offices in each of the four corners, and this is what it will look like down on the second floor and in the basement as well, in preparation for the construction, which will start in a couple of months. Basically, everything gets stripped down to structure and then gets replaced.
Each building you work on is unique. Each one, there's no cookie cutter to it. It's more complicated, than a Swiss watch.